guys, how's it going? I'm on my way to the see the property, 1330 Terra Drive. That is a full-fledged island, as I mentioned earlier, in the southern side of Pompano along A1A. All right, it is located off the main road. Is Terra Drive. It's going to be marked no outlet, and you're going to see the passive gates that I spoke about. It gives the illusion and appearance of being gated and being private and not accessible to the public, so it does very limit the amount of traffic a great deal onto the island. We are actually crossing over the east side of the island, and the waterway, we're going over the bridge. This all out connects to the intercoastal. You can see some of the nice boats in the side. Like I said, it's a passive gate, so as soon as you pull up, it'll open. And it's like a 3-road, maybe like one big perimeter road around the island, and then there's a half a dozen roads that connect from side to side that you see here to the left. This property is one of the larger corners down here, kind of on the tip on the north end. It's a very nice neighborhood. The waterfronts are well over $1 million. Some new construction going on here. All right, let me see. We're going to do a walk from the front of the house, and then we'll go from there. So you're on the west side. This road here is Terra Drive. There's an east and west. Basically, this goes all the way around the perimeter of the waterfront, the perimeter of the island. So everything here to the west side, that's the intercoastal, directly on the other side of this property. You got a nice big modern home here, probably $3 to $5 million. You're on a big corner lot, as I mentioned. So you're on the east side of West Terra Drive and the corner and the north side of Lakeview Drive, which is the most northern crossroad. The perimeter is halved in sections going east and west all the way down. There's probably 8-10 roads, streets, and that's what makes up the community. So you're this big corner. The house from the outside appears to be well maintenance. It does give off the vibe of being a little dated in its look, which is typical of the early 60s. Like that wrought iron, you could probably remove that and kind of make it look a little more up to date. Yards and landscaping looks to be very mature and well done. You do have this is going to be a big city easement area here. It's no big deal, they got to go somewhere. One good thing is all the water, tends to be run off of your property into here. But if this gets clogged up, then it'll puddle and back up in this area. So it could be a minor nuisance, but to me, it's not a big deal. You got an old original style asphalt driveway, technically with all the cracks. I mean, you can use it and keep it sealed and make it look adequate, but it's really dated. Probably needs to be replaced, especially to keep the Airbnb appearance. I think changing the color scheme will do a lot to this, maybe even painting the brick. So the property faces due west, and the house wraps around with a garage, 2-car garage to the side of the house with a side entry. You have an outdoor entrance to the garage. You can see here it's under a cover walkway. That takes you into the front set of double doors. All right, guys, let's go for the reveal. You step up, you have a traditional little foyer area right as you come in the front door. So as you come through the front door, you have the foyer area, then you open up into this extended foyer and formal living room to the left. It does have a step down or sunken living room. This probably was built original. It was a design feature back in the era of this house being built. Then that flanking to it is the large formal dining room. It's got a lot of windows. They all appear to be non-impact. I don't even have to knock on them. They're not impact. We'll have to check to see if there's any shutters here. Then the back side of the dining room and the living room area. This is mainly the living space. Behind the wall here is the kitchen. There's more of that brick detail going to a nice patio. But the kitchen is really just a kitchen and an eat-in area. Let me get a kind of a full view. That's looking back to the front door, so you can come straight into here. This is looking back around the kitchen. It's really just a kitchen and an eat-in area and access to the quaint patio we'll check out in a second. Some of the details of the kitchen. It's been remodeled. This is probably a early 90s or 2000s styling, I think. And they put some new granite tops on it over the years. All right, I was getting ahead of myself. Let's just continue just kind of touring. Off the kitchen is a half bathroom and laundry room. It has another exit directly to the backyard. You have your paneling, something else in here. So that's a little unique. I have seen homes of this era built with the half bath in the laundry or utility room, and basically gave access to folks that had waterfront a quick way for like help to come in from outside and use the bathrooms. It's here, but it's not necessarily a gorgeous half bath. It's just vinyl flooring. The bricks continue from the inside throughout. This is the den bedroom. I'll come back to this and kind of walk through those thoughts. You have a a hallway closet coming down the hallway. The water heater's on the other side, but it hits this, it won't open all the way. It looks to have been replaced. You only see a little bit, it's on there. So you have the hallway, you come down, you have the first full guest bathroom with a shower, with one heck of a shower enclosure. This may have some steaming features. It does have some additional nozzles. That's a coat rack. Here's some additional nozzles and spray. So it's definitely has all the makings of what was a high-end bathroom, probably based on here. I'm actually going to say this is in the 80s motif. This is like a Miami Vice look all the way. Same with the tile going throughout. At the end of the hallway to the left is the master. We'll cover that next. And this is the current full guest bedroom. It is good size. I'll point out the door in a second. I'm just going to move it around for you. This is the opposite corner of the bedroom. So it is a good sized bedroom. You have a full-length closet. You do have an additional entryway into the house directly through the garage, through this guest bedroom. So you can so I'll talk about what you can do with that in just a moment. Since we're here, we'll take a look at the garage. A lot of light in the garage. Gives a good look from the street. Has a big built-in area. You see it stepped up all the way. Why you couldn't have laundry out here and convert that whole other room to a large. So they just walled this off. It's a large storage area. But this could easily, with this step up and room, be able to house the laundry outside here. But there's some drawbacks. I'll cover that in a minute. But all right, so you have those items there. From here, we're going to take ourselves back to the master. All right, I'm gonna spin around. You have a walk-in closet. It's good sized room. They got big furniture. Look at the size of the nightstands. You're gonna come into, again, looks like an 80s bathroom. I'm gonna let you take a guess of one unique thing. Hi guys. I notice. If you notice, this is configured 100%, well, 90% as a tub, Whirlpool tub. There's no shower curtain or anything. You have a handheld wand to use as a shower. So this was purpose-built to be a bath tub first. It's dated, needs to be remodeled anyways. Let's take a look at the closet in the master bedroom. It's a good sized walk-in, especially for this era of home. All right, we're gonna come back and look at the back of the house. And I believe the way it's situated, there's not much backyard behind the house. Let's see if I can get in here. So here's the view of walking out the kitchen through the back door to the covered patio area. This part of the property is going to be very narrow. That is the property line right there. You can see there's a dual fence arrangement. Chain link for your side, most likely, wood for theirs, and it's fully landscaped as well. You have a nice additional screened-in patio on a paver top. There's a non-structural patio. Exit the back of the house. This is the laundry room that you've seen off the kitchen. This is AC. It's quite large. Looks like a single unit for the property, and it's a package unit. Everything sits out here. There's nothing inside the home on here, and it looks to be, you know, on the newer side, but not yet brand new. So then the patio then continues wrapping around the master bedroom here. This is the master bedroom to the pool area. The pool area is actually on the southern end of the property, so this will have the best light, what everybody talks about, so it's really functionally in the best spot possible. But let's take a look at the pool area. It continues with the foliage all the way around. That is the South Street Lakeview, I believe it was. Wraps all the way around. It is a southern facing pool, so it will give you the best access to light and what is known as the best arrangement. Do have a slight little maintenance issue here, but probably nothing too major. Now this side yard, which would be to the southern end, is your main backyard area. That is the block is the guest, full guest bathroom. This is the master bedroom. That's the other guest bedroom. And then you have the garage that sits up here. So this yard wraps all the way around the garage, has its own entrance. You have very nice fencing, and that landscaping continues all the way around the perimeter of the property. So 3/4 or all 3 sections of the property has nice plant buffering. All right, what do I think of the house? Overall, it definitely looks like a family that has enough means to make sure a house is maintained properly. Under assumption this is an older couple. They probably bought this 20 years ago, and at the time probably 30 years ago based on the styling, they moved in, remodeled the house, and then they've been maintaining it ever since. I think the roof would be in good condition. It seems to be on the newer side. So that's the good. It's a nice big lot, you know, in a really good area. But what will it take to really make it up to date? Because it is out of date. It could use basically every corner of the house could be touched in some manner. Floors, you know, kitchens, bathrooms, all the major areas really need to be touched. Ceiling knocked down, updated, things of that nature. I'm going to kind of walk through some of those areas, focusing in what we spoke with before. All right, getting into the overall, bringing it up to date. Could you save this floor and remodel the house without it? Yeah, you could. But you may run into that point where you have spent X amount doing everything else. You'll be like, why didn't I do the floor too? So in a pinch, you could get away with it. If the budget really could allow, you should update the floor. First thing we'll do is work on the kitchen. The kitchen's definitely dated. I'm putting this in the mid 80s, and this house in style was the way it was remodeled. You know, if you're not going to change the layout of the house, because you could open this whole wall overlooking that whole area, that would be this wall here, which then you would see everything from here all the way in, changing the whole look of the house and making it look huge. This foyer wall that you see coming in, this double wall, this wall should be taken down here, here, all the way around to the corner. All that, this whole entire corner piece should come out to the ceiling, everything across the top and down that side. That way when you walk through the front door right there, when you're standing, you're going to get an expanse looking through here into the super large formal living room, dining room, and you reverse up and change up the kitchen looking directly in the kitchen. That would be a very grand view to try to work with this house. You probably should change the flooring anyways, and with some different textures so you can accentuate the step down so people don't crash and burn. Maybe even fill this area in. If you're doing the flooring, I would suggest just filling it in if you're doing the flooring. And you could, if you fill it in, you can have like bar stools along this side of the kitchen with this all open. And I would open it from right here all the way up across at the bare minimum to here, but possibly all along this side, this whole L, and open it up. Really got to check to see, can we get enough cabinetry to work, or we have to leave some closed to hide the refrigerator and stuff. But if you got this wall out, and I think most of this wall here, you could really change the look at the house. But it's going to be a big budget to redo it right. So coming to the kitchen, if you're leaving, don't change any walls. Maybe just take down this wall right here, do the flooring, leave everything basically where it's at. You could maybe reface this kitchen and bring it up to a level that would be passable, but in reality, when you're doing a rehab on $1 million house, it needs a whole new kitchen. So, and then this area here, this is going to be a load-bearing wall. It'll be difficult to open this up, but of course, anything's possible. You can do that. It may not be cost effective. For the rest of the patio area, the way it's outside the property, I'd leave alone. I would repaint it, pull all those little shutters that are off around all the windows, kind of clean up the look of it. This room, what can you do with this room? Because it's really a really nice laundry and a really crappy bathroom. I would think a wise choice is to move these to the garage and convert this whole space into a full third bathroom, not a half, a full third bathroom with cabana access to the backyard. So guests can come from the pool directly into here or from the patio directly into here. So I'd leave that door, and I would look at, you have to be concerned what's in here. But all feasible, technically you could just leave that here and just put the kitchen, you got water, you could put the sink over on this side of the toilet, clean it up a little bit. So if you can't remove it, you can leave it. All right, hope not too much. Now this is that third bedroom den, and it's big enough. It could be a bedroom easily. Probably the most logical, this is on a corner, is you just close this off into a corner and move maybe move the electric over and somewhere and put the door coming in somewhere right here, the door. So when you walked into the door, you would be right here, and put the closet on this side, I believe would work best, and then have the rest of the bedroom. You could somewhat flip this over. You could put the door in that corner, the closet along that side, and have the room opened up this way. Just depends where you really want to come in, off of this wall. Might be easier to do this side, leave the lights, put the door, square this off, no door, to square that off, and put the entrance over there. Where you open the door, you put that closet on that wall because it's already partially blocked from the door, and then you put the rest of the room would be off the opposite wall. So not hard at all. The second option is probably the most cost effective, and that would give you an entry somewhere like here into the hallway, away from the main living area a little bit. You put the door here, go into this bedroom. That's piece of cake. The rest of it's just dated, you know. You could probably live with the shower. You probably want to clean this frame up, make it look a little more modern and dated. Put in a, you know, inexpensive, like pre-made vanity set, update the sinks. You can work with the mirror. You know, I think you can work with the floors, you can work with the carpets. You have to redo the master bathroom. Guys, that is the tour of the rehab items. You can go really two ways. I mean, there's the right way, which is probably cost prohibitive and doesn't make sense on what you want to accomplish with the property. And if you have like a low, medium, and high budget. The lowest budget is you're basically working with pretty much everything that's in the house. You're just cleaning up sections. So that means you're going to work with the flooring. You're going to clean up the ceiling. You're going to change the paint all throughout the main part of the house. I would recommend on the low end on here, then you just come in and you close this section in, put in a door, put in a closet, paint, you know, simple stuff. The kitchen, you repaint, rechange, and you work with the kitchen the way it is, and you have put a premium reface job on here. Update the guest bathroom with just like a new vanity, some new lighting, maybe some new shower arrangements, but basically leave it the way it is. Leave all the carpet, leave all the other stuff. But the master bathroom doesn't have a true shower, so probably no matter what, even on the lowest budget, I mean, you could clean it up, but I think the smart money is just to revamp this entire bathroom as it's a single source. Is take this wall out here, this foyer area, separate foyer area, somewhere probably squeak in maybe on the $30,000 on the low end range to probably closer to 50 to clean up the inside, outside, and minor parts of the house. So if you were going all in, making the house the best it could possibly be, is you're going to put in all new flooring. You're going to fill this sunken living room in. You're going to open up this kitchen and redesign a new kitchen all the way around. Probably reversing it out, looking this way, move all the appliances, all the water, everything necessary, redo the whole kitchen. One I mentioned on the lowest budget, I forgot about on the cheapest budget, you don't do anything in here except, you know, clean up the floor a little bit, maybe wall this off so it's two separate rooms, so it's kind of distinctly a laundry room and distinctly a bathroom. And, you know, wall that up, fix the lighting, put it in here and doll this up a little bit for a half bath. That would be the cheapest option. I think the smartest option, if you're going to go the middle of the line, which is going to put you probably 50 to 100 on here, is you redo this entire room into a full bathroom. Makes sense for the Airbnb, and it'll make then a full bathroom with a cabana bath to support the pool and outdoor areas. And then move the laundry to the garage. And then all this probably will include upgrading electric, probably going to be 75 to 100 to do the high end. And that's not changing windows, and that means the roof's good. If you're changing the windows, as many as in here, it's probably another 50. So new windows, top of the line, everything, $150,000. Medium, 50 to 75,000. Low end, 30 to 50,000. Hope that helps. Any questions, make sure you give me a call.